Let's say you're a teenager around the age of 15, 16, or even 17, and you want to get that summer body in as little as 6 months. Is it even possible at your age? Can you even achieve it in less than 6 months? Well, here's a picture of me at 17 years old, and I achieved this physique in less than 6 months. Let me tell you how. See, I've always been a skinny kid. As far as I can remember, from 12, 13, I was malnourished. I was really skinny. So this video will explain how to work out, be shredded, build muscle in bro science terms. If you were a dumb teenager like me, maybe you're a little bit smarter than I was. This is how you get shredded without having any knowledge. Now firstly, if you enjoy self-improvement content, my name is ArkWise and I've been making self-improvement content since I was 17 years old. I've actually been documenting it all on this channel, and I ask that you subscribe if you would like to see more videos just like this one. So I get compliments all the time about the #1 muscle group that I hold the crown in. Guess what it is? My chest. People ask me all the time, Ark, how did you get that physique? How did you get that chest? People joke all the time. Yeah, I cut, but I don't have the same chest as Ark. I'm his weight, but I don't have his chest. Hey, how'd you get that chest? Hey, nice chest, dude. I hear it all the time. See, ever since I was 15, the trick is I can't even bench 2 plates. The trick is, ever since I was 15, I've been doing push-ups every single day till failure since I was 15. I stopped this ever since, and I've been working on my bench press, but that is what massively grew my pecs. That combined with dips, it will give you the biggest chest pump. Have your protein, combine the two, you'll have a massive chest. And I actually have a deformity called pectus excavatum, which is the same deformity on the chest that Tristan Tate has. So what it does is basically your ribs cave in and your chest ends up looking like this. See, it curves that way. Me doing push-ups every single day since I was 15 actually massively changed the shape of my chest and made my chest pump out more. I wish I still had pictures of me when I was 13 and I had a really bad case of this pectus excavatum so I could show you, but my recommendation is that you just do push-ups. If you have the same issue as me, as I used to have, where your chest would cave in like that from this deformity, push-ups would massively help it. Push-ups will make it look a little bit more normal. It might even pump out your chest even more. So I remember specifically when I was 17 years old, I had just moved to China and it was really hard for me to get a source of protein in China. Meat is not very available in China, believe it or not. I would remember going to these restaurants and every time I ordered a bowl of meat or had some dish with meat inside of it, it would be 90% bone. And I remember specifically the high school in China where I had my lunch breaks. Food in the cafeteria was 100% noodles, rice, bones with skin on it. Not even any meat, just bones with skin on them. It was super hard for me to get a source of protein in China. Of course, one of the easiest sources of protein, eggs. Eggs were massively available to me, and I would have anywhere from 6 to 12 eggs a day, which adds up to about, let's say, 72 grams of protein for 12 eggs a day. And I would mix that with packs of peanuts after the gym. I remember specifically I would have these peanuts that I would eat after my gym session. It would have like 16 grams of protein in it. I recommend, if you have this issue where you can't find a good source of protein as well, look at nuts. Read on the back of the pack of nuts how much protein it has. Another massive contributor to my protein source was whey protein powder. And of course I would mix that with milk. And I know in America, I'm not too sure about other countries, but there are these protein milk that has quite a bit of protein in it. And if you mix that with 2 scoops of protein powder, and you'll be all set to go. And finally, the last source of protein. Now I don't recommend this if you live in America or maybe even Europe. I only recommend this if you live in Asia. So I would go to McDonald's. I would go to McDonald's and order those Big Macs, and I would say it was rather clean in China. It wasn't as bad as the McDonald's here in America, and I believe in other places, possibly in Europe as well. But I remember specifically, not only in China, but McDonald's in the Philippines as well was not so bad. So if you're looking to bulk up, if you're looking to get a source of protein, you might want to look into eating at McDonald's if you have no other choice and only if you live in Asia. I believe you should get anywhere from 1 to 1.5 grams per pound that you weigh. Around that time, I was 130 pounds at the age of 15, looking like this. I am now 170 pounds and I look like this right here. However, that's not the point of the video. We're gonna get into that in another video, how I clean bulked 40 pounds. Now, my biggest trick was I would walk. Yes, and I'm saying walk. I don't recommend this, but I thought cardio was a form of leg day. See, this was my 17-year-old brain. I knew nothing about working out. I mean, I didn't know the science behind everything. I would just work out, have protein, and that's it. My gym was about 10 miles away, and I would walk 10 miles. The days I didn't walk, I would actually bike. And I would work out specifically for 4 hours, 4 hours long each day at the gym. What I would do is I would work out for 2 hours, upper body. I would take a break, order protein to my gym, eat up my protein, wait a little bit, get that food digested, and work out another 2 hours, most likely lower body. Now, the reason why I say most likely is because I literally could not squat more than 20 pounds. As ripped as I looked, as many pull-ups as I could do, I could not squat more than 20 pounds. Now, of course, I can squat way more now. I hit some heavy plates now. But back then, I wouldn't recommend it. I was doing solely calisthenics and I would do some legs, but I didn't think I had to train legs as much. And that's the one thing I would change. I recommend doing mostly calisthenics, push-ups, pull-ups, and then if you're gonna go weightlifting, do some bicep curls and maybe some bench press as well. But besides that, I recommend you work on your legs as well. Don't make the same mistake I've made. Another massive mistake that I've made is that I was not getting enough sleep. Now, I did build a good amount of muscle, but it makes me think maybe I could have built a lot more if I was getting proper rest. I'm talking like 3, 4, maybe 5 at most hours of sleep a night. I did not get any more than that, and I ask that you get more than 7 hours of sleep, hopefully 8 or 9, but don't get any more than that. On top of this, when you work on your back, what you want to do is you want to do pull-ups till failure. I'm not talking like 3 sets. I'm not talking like 4 sets. I'm talking more than that. I'm talking about like an entire workout dedicated to pull-ups. That's how you see this ripped back right here. That's how I developed that ripped back. I would do solely pull-ups. I wouldn't even do any lat pull-downs. That was all from pull-ups. Now, let's get into the topic of abs. For a long time, I haven't worked out my abs. I mean, until now, I got a dad bod. I don't really care for abs now because I am on a bulk. During the summer, yes, I am on a summer bulk. And the thing is, once you have had abs once, you're forever gonna keep a flat stomach. At least that's what's happening with me. Even though I haven't worked out abs in a really long time, I still keep a flat stomach. Years later, thanks to this workout routine I've done when I was 17. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna work out these 2 videos. I'm gonna put it right here, and I'm also gonna put it right here. Now, these will also be linked in the description. What I want you to do is to do these ab workouts 6 times a week. You're gonna start with this one right here, and then you're gonna start with this one right here after, let's say, a 2-3 minute break. You're gonna do that every single day, both videos each day for 6 times a week, and in a few months you're gonna see some massive changes. That's what worked for me, and let me tell you, not only did it get me ripped back then, but I did it twice, not too long ago actually, less than a year ago. When I was in Mexico, I did the same routine all over again. And I went from this to what you've already seen to this right here. More on that in another video. Now, that's exactly how I got shredded at the age of 17. Now, I'm gonna talk about how I got the best physique of my life at the age of 19 and how I bulked up from that, gained 40 pounds since the age of 17 at 20 years old in 2 separate videos. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned, and the next video is going to come out soon. Hard work makes the dream work. Bye bye.